Schools launches a new teacher academy, 30 first-year teachers learning the ropes of leading a classroom. And we've got the opportunity for some scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms this morning. And then those will return again as we head into the afternoon. We'll have a look at your forecast coming up. And an autopsy has been completed on 9-month-old Anthony Stapp. Frontier Forensics finishes the examination, but those results are still pending.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It is 6 a.m. I'm Chris Warner. It is Tuesday, August the 12th. Woo. Happy Tuesday to you. I know some kids going back to school today. As our districts progressively get back by this coming Monday, our bus stop forecast returns. I know everybody's looking forward to that. Parents, you probably want to get it to make sure you've got everybody ready the right way. Kids, it's just that reminder that it's time to get back to learning, but learning is essential. That way you can, do what you want to do later in life. And if you want to head outside later today, temperature-wise, we're not too bad, but we do have some scattered storm chances. We're going to take a quick look outside downtown Pittsburgh. I've got some mostly cloudy skies this morning, and that is because we've got a few scattered showers, even a couple of rumbles of thunder here and there. Our camera 7th and range line in Joplin. Also showing you some mostly cloudy skies, and there's why. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing you some scattered showers and storms across the region. We're going to start here in Crawford County to the northeast of Girard, so just northwest of Arma. We've got this shower. It's a heavier shower, but no lightning detected. Remember, though, no cloud-to-ground lightning detected because that's what the Skywatch Storm Tracker picks up. Got another light shower on the southwest side of Fort Scott. And then we are also watching these guys out here. I know they're pretty far away. They're out even further west of McPherson. But this activity was coming in. It began to kind of die out, as you see, but it's getting a little more reorganized, and it's still pushing to the south and east. And then take a look down here in northeastern Oklahoma. We can back the radar up here as well, and you can see where we had this guy, southern Newata County, and then he's been kind of pulsing up and down, but we've had new development in the last 15, 20 minutes out there to the west of Newata, south of Newata as well. We've got that shower that was in southern Newata County, now west of Veneta, and we're expecting again some additional scattered showers and storms this morning. At this time, not anticipating anything strong or severe. The only reason I mention this is because if it reorganizes enough, it could push southeast, bring a few more scattered storms this morning to some of our western counties if it can survive the journey down here. But again, where we're seeing more activity fill in is in parts of northeastern Oklahoma, and this activity is pushing east. Some of this activity is lifting northeast. Some of this activity is slowly sliding southeast. A little bit of a haphazard travel with some of our scattered showers and storms this morning. At this point, the expectation is by about 8, 9 at the latest, they're done. They fizzle out, which is why, again, we'll have to see if what's out there near McPherson can actually make it into our area at all. Between then and noon, we're looking at a mix of partly to mostly cloudy skies. And then about noon, we'll start to see some new scattered showers and storms, initially north of 54. And then we'll get additional scattered showers and storms out there. But our chances today, as you can see on Future Track, lower than what they were yesterday. So that's some good news. And again, at this time, but like we were at this time yesterday, not expecting anything strong or severe. If it changes, we will let you know. Sometimes it doesn't change, and it still shows up that way anyway. Sitting at 70 in Joplin right now, 70 in Pittsburgh. So our temperatures this morning across the region pretty close to average. We've got a mix of upper 60s and some low 70s. So again, not a bad start to the day. Eventually, though, we'll make it to about the mid 70s by 9, low 80s by noon. And between noon and about 8 is when we'll have that next round of at least some scattered thunderstorm chances. Our highs today below average, which is also nice as we go into the mid 80s, and we'll have a west breeze at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. So again, not a bad day. However, temperatures will progressively begin to heat up over the next few days. We'll talk about that and how our weekend is looking so far here in just a few more minutes. In this morning's top story, kicks off the school year with a new teacher academy. The event gave first-year teachers an introduction to their classes. KOAM's Ty Parks has the story.
And our motto here is every child, every day, whatever it takes. That's our motto in McDonald County. And so we want teachers who have the heart for students and really will dig deep and help them in every way possible and prepare them to be able to go to the next grade level.
McDonald County Schools is doing a new teacher academy where they show the first-year teachers the ropes of how to lead a classroom. Teachers like Emily.
A little nervous, but I think, especially at McDonald County, I've got a lot of great mentorship programs and things like that, so I think they're going to really help aid me in a lot of great ways.
All new teachers in the McDonald County school system from first grade all the way up to high school attend this class.
Just setting the procedures right, really be intentional with it. I've got a running document currently that I'm trying to think of all the little things and just get really good effective with it. So.
The class is designed to show them the day-to-day expectations they are not always taught in college.
Well, I think some of the things that's left out maybe possibly in our university and college classes for teachers are the fact that your students maybe don't know how to line up properly. They don't know how to walk properly in a hallway. And so sometimes you're teaching them every little thing to prepare them for school life. And that helps us then when we get to classroom time and we're ready to teach them, they're ready to go.
This was started so the new teachers will not feel so isolated in their positions.
A better community, like a sense of that, who I can lean on for support and things like that. Also just setting that foundation right and just going with a positive mindset.
In McDonald County, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Getting rid of first-time nerves is the primary goal for the class, and starting the year off on the right foot. Classes start for McDonald County Schools 1 week from tomorrow on the 19th. In Kansas City says it has completed the autopsy on the 9-month-old boy Anthony Stapp. The investigation into Anthony's death began Thursday following a 911 call for unknown trouble at the Oxford Park Apartments in Joplin. When crews arrived, they discovered the unconscious baby who was not breathing. Despite emergency efforts, Anthony died at the scene. While Frontier Forensics has completed its autopsy, the official results are still pending. JPD says this is still an open and ongoing investigation. Authorities responded to a serious three-vehicle crash near Iola. It happened about 10:50 Monday morning on US 169. Troopers say a car crossed the center line and hit another one head-on. The second car hit the back trailer of a semi-truck. Drivers of the two cars both suffered serious injuries. Authorities transported one of them by helicopter for medical treatment. The driver of the semi was not injured. Family said goodbye to a sheriff's deputy killed in the line of duty. Wyandotte County Deputy Elijah Ming was fatally shot late last month while responding to a domestic violence call in Kansas City, Kansas. His funeral service included a 21-gun salute and a Kansas Highway Patrol helicopter flyover. Public service also included special tributes from loved ones.
To the Ming family, thank you for sharing Elijah with us. We know the heavy burden that comes with loving someone in law enforcement.
Elijah was more than just a fellow graduate. He was a light in our community, a man whose presence left a lasting impression on everyone privileged to know him. From his early days in our hallways, Elijah stood out not for seeking attention, but for offering it. Always attentive, always kind, and always grounded in a quiet strength. He lived with a genuine sense of purpose, guided by love, compassion, and deep respect for others.
These words are from his brothers. He never strayed from his goal to be a great example to his younger brothers, both by blood and by choice. He loved to teach, to lead, but he was humble enough to defer to those he's respected. He was a protector, he was bold, he was confident, he was unshaken.
The sister came up and the sheriff came up and talked about how he was a protector of people. And protection is nothing but loyalty in action. Loyalty that steps in between danger and those you care about. Whenever danger was present, Elijah did not mind stepping in between danger and those he loved.
While we recognize the missed birthdays, holidays, and other memories that will now not occur, we can never fully understand the hurt in your heart.
Also went through Kansas City before passing by the Wyandotte County Courthouse, where Ming's police cruiser and a memorial adorned the front lawn. Ming was buried in a private, family-only service. Let's look at our top up on the KOAM Morning News. For the first time in U.S. history, police in Washington, D.C. are now under federal control as Trump deploys the National Guard. Plus, researchers identify possible biomarkers for long COVID that could be the first indicator for diagnosing the difficult-to-detect disease. And we've got some scattered showers, a few rumbles of thunder out there this morning. We've got a few more possible this afternoon ahead of a below normal day. We'll have another look at your forecast when we come back. Time now is 6:11. Watch this morning. President Trump has deployed hundreds of federal law enforcement to the streets of Washington, D.C., with National Guard members set to join them by the end of the week. The president argues there's a crime emergency, though the city's mayor says crime is decreasing. President Trump also preparing to sit down with Russia's president in Alaska for what he's calling a feel-out meeting. CBS News' Bradley Blackburn has more from New York.
For the first time in U.S. history, police in the nation's capital are now under federal control. President Trump says he's also deploying hundreds of National Guard troops to the city this week, claiming there's a spike in violent crime.
We're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back.
But D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser pushed back with data showing crime has dropped 26% since this time last year.
While this action today is unsettling and unprecedented, I can't say that given some of the rhetoric of the past, that we're totally surprised.
White House and congressional sources say the move, which sparked protests, is expected to last 30 days. The president is also threatening to expand his crime crackdown to other U.S. cities. All this comes days before President Trump is set to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska.
I'm going to be telling him, you got to end this war. You got to end it.
The president has called Friday's summit a, quote, feel-out meeting. He says he'll be able to tell in minutes if Putin is serious about reaching a peace deal with Ukraine, though he also says a final deal can only be reached between Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky says he believes Putin plans to play up Friday's meeting as a victory, while citing new intelligence that shows Russia could be planning for more military attacks. President Trump says he plans to speak with Zelensky after his meeting with Putin. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
Developments in President Trump's on-again, off-again trade war with China. Yesterday, he signed an executive order to delay steep reciprocal tariffs on Chinese products for at least another 90 days while the two countries work on a longer-term trade deal. U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods will remain at 30%, while China says it will maintain a 10% tariff on U.S. products. Well, still to come, One Piece sets sail for season 2. Netflix's live-action manga adaptation returns in 2026 with bigger adventures. Plus, got some scattered showers, a few rumbles of thunder out there. We'll have another look at your 4 news returns. Time now is 6:16. Espionage in South Korea to a swashbuckling pirate adventure. It's a wild ride in today's Eye on Entertainment. Nick Zechovic has more.
David Jones is alive.
When he died, I trained his daughter to be the most valuable asset in this organization.
Daniel Day Kim stars in Prime Video's new spy series, Butterfly. Kim plays a former intelligence operative forced to confront his past while on the run from an agent sent to kill him. Butterfly streams on Prime Video beginning August 13th.
What is that?
All aboard! One Piece is setting sail for an even bigger adventure. Netflix's live-action adaptation of the legendary manga returns for Season 2, with the Straw Hats venturing into the legendary Grand Line. Expect stranger islands, fiercer foes, and peril at every turn as Luffy continues his quest to become King of the Pirates. The hit series spent 8 weeks in Netflix's global top 10 after its 2023 debut, reaching #1 in over 75 countries. Season 2 is slated to return to Netflix in 2026.
So I've been on hold, and now my sister is full on possessed.
Halloween comes early to Netflix with Haunted Hotel, an animated horror comedy from Rick and Morty writer Matt Roller.
Every hotel has issues.
Not like this.
Set in Undervale, a hotel run by ghosts instead of guests. Haunted Hotel is checking in this fall on Netflix. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Nick Zechevich, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Certainly a lot of interesting things to look forward to on streaming. This coming up here before too much longer. It's kind of interesting how streaming has become the thing. Anybody remember cable TV? Like, you were cool if you had cable TV. Now you're cool if you have like Netflix and Hulu and stuff. Well, we're going to take another look at your forecast here in just a moment. We do have some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there this morning. We have otherwise mostly cloudy skies for many of us, as you can see from downtown Pittsburgh. No rain in the Pittsburgh area at this time, but that could change as we progress through the morning. We've got more storm chances this afternoon, and breakdown on all of that when the KOAM Morning News returns. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 6:23 on this Tuesday morning. We're going to start with Skywatch Storm Tracker. And we're actually going to take a quick little trip out to the west here, so north of Hutchinson, just to the west of McPherson. These little thunderstorms out here, they had tried to hold together, then they began to die out. Now they're reorganizing. We're not worried about them becoming severe or wreaking any kind of havoc. We just got to see if they can actually make it into our area over the next few hours. If they do, it would mean that we could get a few thunderstorm chances a little later this morning for parts of southeast Kansas, but it is still a big if they make it to our area. Outside of that, though, not much out there. We have a few showers now up around Osceola, the Stockton Lake area as well, or just north of that point, and a few sprinkles southern Barton County, just north of Jasper. And some isolated showers and sprinkles, Mount Vernon and east of Neosho in the eastern Newton County. All of the activity seems to have now shifted into some of these heavier showers and even a few thunderstorms now. Just to the southwest of Bartlesville, one entering Nowata right now, another one to the west of Chelsea, and then this one to the northeast of Langley, getting ready to roll up near the Grand Lake area. And then we've got this little guy that's near Afton right now in the southwestern Ottawa County. He's not much to look at, but he is there. But all the little showers, little rumbles of thunder that tried to get going up in the northern portion of our area, they have fizzled out, and all the energy is being directed into this activity into northeastern Oklahoma, which at this point is starting to push to the east, so it should stay along and south of I-44. And again, this is moving southeast, but again, it's a big if this or any of this new development will even make it here this morning, which right now that's not the expectation. But the last couple of days of storms, Mother Nature has gone outside of expectations, so that's why we'll just keep an eye, see if we get some additional shower storms. You see, this activity that was here was lifting northeast, and this is moving east. That's moving southeast, so a little haphazard on the travel with our showers and storms. So right now, the expectation is, the thinking here is that what we have out there this morning should be done by about 9 o'clock at the latest. That's why we want to watch what's off to the north and west, because if it makes it in here, it could bring some isolated showers and storms to parts of southeast Kansas a little later than that. But again, that's a big if it makes it here or not. As long as it doesn't, if everything holds as is expected, then again, we're done by 8-9. We'll have a mix of partly to mostly cloudy skies after that. By about noon, though, we see new development along and to the north initially of the 54 corridor, and then we'll get additional scattered storms out there, but as you can see, the coverage expected to be considerably more limited this afternoon compared to what we saw yesterday and on on Sunday as well. It should be fairly isolated. We go into our Wednesday, and that's when our rain chances really begin to fall back. We're looking at maybe an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon. That's going to be about it. And by the time we head into Thursday, we're pretty well done with rain chances. Partly cloudy skies, a bit warmer out there. A future track suggests that at least briefly we could get a pop-up shower or rumble of thunder south of I-44 by tomorrow, Thursday afternoon rather. But I do think those chances overall are pretty darn low at this point. Take a look at the coloring out there. Usually we get this point back toward the sunrise. Just haven't had an opportunity to do so. But you can see those mostly cloudy skies and interesting colors this morning. Again, isolated storms possible possible through 8, maybe 9. Low 70s to start, near 80 by 11 o'clock this morning. Today, temperatures below average, so let it soak in because they're going to heat back up again. Mid 80s for our highs, and again, some isolated scattered storms through the afternoon. Those should wrap up by about 8, maybe 9 this evening, and then they're done. We'll be partly cloudy overnight. Temperatures about average, right around 70. And take a look, our sunset slowly decreasing in time, getting closer and closer to that 8 o'clock hour as we start to lose daylight. In fact, we'll lose a whole hour of daylight progressively through the month of August. All right, tomorrow again, the pop-up storm, seasonably hot, low 90s, and that's still not bad on Thursday, but heat index values Thursday could get into the upper 90s. However, as we head into the upcoming weekend, temperatures really begin to climb as we go into the upper 90s, so that could potentially push heat index values upwards of 105 degrees. So you still want to make sure you're staying hydrated, taking care of yourself out there as temperatures heat up this weekend. But as we saw last week too, a brief increase in temperatures before we fall back near normal or maybe even a bit below by the second half of next week. Let's check your forecast. We're going to switch gears on over to Health Watch this morning. And topping Health Watch this morning, we've got information on some IVF treatments. In fact, losing weight before beginning in vitro fertilization could increase the chances of pregnancy. Now, researchers from the University of Oxford found women who lost weight through diet and exercise before starting IVF had higher rates of pregnancy, but they caution any weight loss program should be discussed with a doctor first. And researchers say they've identified a possible biomarker for long COVID, and if the results are confirmed by other studies, this could be the first indicator for identifying the disease, which has been difficult to diagnose. The study, published in the journal Infection, says there is growing evidence COVID can persist in the body long after the initial infection. And a new study found a sneaky way to get people to make healthier and greener choices at restaurants. The University of Bristol study had a restaurant shuffle its menu items around, so on some days only healthier options were available. While the actual menu didn't change, diners began selecting healthier food with a lower carbon footprint more often. And those are some of the day's top health stories for you this morning. And we're going to have more of the KOAM Morning News when we come back. Time now is 6:29. Right now at 5:30, Carthage High School freshmen get orientation introduction with the upperclassmen Link Crew mentors helping the newest Tigers prepare. And we've got some mostly cloudy skies, few scattered showers, thunderstorms possible this morning, a few more this afternoon, and a pretty decent day temperature-wise. Look at your forecast coming up. Plus, Fayetteville gets a $100,000 grant for safe routes to school. The Arkansas Transportation Department is funding the safety plan.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It is 6:33 on this Tuesday, August the 12th. I'm Chris Warner. Thanks for joining us this morning. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. We got some thunderstorms last night, even some severe storms actually that did leave behind some tree damage in the Cherokee area in Cherokee County. A little unexpected, but Mother Nature the last few days has been a little unexpected with what we've been seeing in terms of our showers and thunderstorms. A little stronger than what was anticipated is I guess what I'm getting at there. Today, we've got a few isolated showers and storms out there. We're going to start with a live look downtown Pittsburgh, where we've got mostly cloudy skies. The roads in Pittsburgh, though, still dry at this point. Not the MoDOT camera. That went down earlier this morning. 7th and Range Line, our camera there looking pretty good as well. But otherwise, those skies, as you can see, are still mostly cloudy. And this is why Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us some scattered showers and even a few rumbles of thunder. We've got this guy up here again, and this activity, it's obviously well to our west, but in the last hour or so, it's managed to get a little more organized and might, I do want to emphasize that, might try and get into parts of southeastern Kansas here. So Eureka, Yates Center, Fredonia, Independence, Howard, Snan, those areas, if it can survive, may get a couple of rumbles of thunder a little later than everyone else. Most of the activity now confined into northeastern Oklahoma. We've got some shower storms just south of 60, west of Bartlesville, now entering the Nowata area, just west of Veneta, and another little storm going up near the Grand Lake area, southwest of Grove, just to the northeast of Langley. mainly. Southern Ottawa County, we got this little shower here that was near Afton earlier. It's now continuing to push east near Copeland. And we're going to double check because sometimes you get those radar glitches, and that's a radar glitch there that's to the northwest of Parsons. Nothing there. All of this activity is also moving rather haphazardly this morning. And what I mean is if you take a quick look at the loop, like this shower and storm, this little thunderstorm north of Springfield lifting northeast, this activity in northeastern Oklahoma is kind of rolling eastward, and this activity out to our west is pushing southeastward. So again, that's why it's a big if, but it might try and clip, like I said, just right in this zone if it survives. If it does not, then the expectation for just about everyone this morning is by about 8, 9 o'clock, any of these isolated storm chances should be gone, and we'll have a mix of partly to mostly cloudy skies through the morning. And by this afternoon, we'll start to see new showers and storms developing along and north of the 54 corridor initially. We could get a few additional scattered storms out there through about 8, maybe 9 at the latest, and then that's done. But we're not looking at the same kind of coverage we saw yesterday where we had a few more of those storms out there. They're looking to be a bit more isolated to widely scattered across the area into the afternoon. Sitting at 70 in Joplin as well as Pittsburgh. Temperatures this morning again about average, which is not bad. Upper 60s, low 70s, so a fairly decent start to the day. Right now, Miami is the warmer spot, sitting at 73 degrees. We'll eventually make the mid-70s by 9, low 80s by noon, mid-80s for our highs, so below normal temperatures. West winds around 5 to 10 miles an hour, and again, our scattered storm chances returning from about noon to 8 across the area, maybe 9 p.m. at the latest. Most of us should be dry, and again, with temperatures below average, can't complain too much about that. Our temperatures, though, will not remain below average beyond today, and we are going to start to heat up. We'll have details on that in the full forecast, and of course, that'll be coming up here in just a few more minutes. In this morning's top stories, a big back-to-school event at Pittsburgh's Lincoln Park was cut short due to rain. Pittsburgh Police Department teamed up with Victory Life Church and the Pittsburgh Fire Department to host the annual event. It included a swim at the city pool, Kiddieland rides, and food, and all of that free of charge. Sponsors also gave away clothes, backpacks, and school supplies for students in kindergarten through 5th grade.
Getting some basic school supplies just kind of helps to get that school year rolling right. And again, I think that one last fun hurrah is big for kids as well, just to kind of have that last little bit. Seeing kids reconnect maybe that haven't over the summer. Already seen several of those, connections, seeing friends from school, and just really helps them kind of ease in and get ready for the school year.
Families who signed up and are still looking to get school supplies can go to or call Victory Life Church in Pittsburgh. A Carthage High School freshmen get an introduction to the upcoming school year with orientation. The newest Tigers teamed up with the CHS Link Crew. It's a group made up of trained upperclassmen leaders who were on hand to mentor the incoming freshmen. New students participated in campus tours, icebreaker activities, and team-building games. The city of Fayetteville and Fayetteville Public Schools plan to put a $100,000 grant from the Arkansas Department of Transportation to good use ahead of the school year. The grant money will go towards SRTS, or the Safe Routes to School plan. The city says the school district generates more than 3.5 million vehicle trips every year, making up a large portion of the daily traffic. The Outdoor Education and Sustainability Coordinator for Fayetteville Public Schools says the plan has multiple purposes.
Safe Routes to Schools is interested in looking at a plan for the infrastructure around all of our schools, but it's also focusing on encouragement and getting more people participating in biking and riding to school.
The plan looks at walking, biking, and rolling conditions at all 17 campuses and also surveys parents about what they want for their children. Keene also says encouraging students to take more useful ways or more economically friendly ways and green ways to walk or bike helps them learn more about their community and sustainability. That's a look at some of our top stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Paramount becomes the exclusive home of all UFC events. The $7 billion deal brings fights to Paramount Plus and CBS. And big moves in fast food. KFC bringing back potato wedges, while McDonald's launches grown-up Happy Meals. We'll have the latest on that. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. Time now is 6:39. We'll be right back. But first, here is a live look from the Interstate Fair and Rodeo in Coffeyville. Welcome back. In Consumer Watch this morning, President Trump signed an executive order to again delay heavy reciprocal tariffs on Chinese products for at least 90 days. The two countries have been working toward a longer-term trade deal. For now, U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods will stay at 30%, while China says it will maintain a 10% levy on U.S. products. News comes as a White House official confirms to CBS News that U.S. chip makers NVIDIA and AMD will pay the federal government 15% of revenue made from sales of their AI chips in China. Paramount will soon be the exclusive home of all Ultimate Fighting Championship events in an agreement with TKO Holdings worth more than $7 billion. The 7-year deal gives Paramount the rights to distribute UFC events on Paramount Plus, with some set to simulcast on CBS starting next year. Paramount Global is also the parent company of CBS News. And some big moves in fast food. KFC has announced the return of its beloved potato wedges along with its hot and spicy wings. Meanwhile, today, Mickey D lovers can take a trip to McDonald's Land. The chain is launching its adult Happy Meals with your choice of a quarter pounder with cheese or 10-piece McNugget, fries, and a souvenir. For the kids, though, for those Happy Meals, there's new Hello Kitty and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Happy Meals with mashup character figurines. And that's it for Consumer Watch this morning. Now we're going to take another look at your forecast, and we're starting with a quick look outside from 7th and Rangeline in Joplin. And as you can see, things, well, you know what? I can just tell you, it's mostly cloudy out there. Got some scattered showers and storms, though, for some of us this morning. A few more later today. We'll have another full look at your forecast and celebrate birthdays and anniversaries right after this. Time now, 6:44. We'll be right back. Time now for some Tuesday birthdays in the 4 states. We're going to start in Carthage with Tobias Borland celebrating birthday number 5. And in Iola, Xavier Johnson celebrating birthday number 9 today. Heading over to Parsons, we've got Josie Bowers celebrating birthday number 17 today. Very happy birthday. And Meadow Scott celebrating birthday number 24. Heading over to Kansas City, Maddie Cagle celebrating birthday number 25. It says, happy birthday. Couldn't have asked for a better friend or for the past 10 years, with love from your best friend, Kaylee. And in Galena, P.D. Lunderman celebrating birthday number 71. It says, happy birthday. We love you. Heading over to Chanute, Chuck Chandler celebrating birthday number 72 today. Happy birthday. Up in Lamar, David Crockett celebrating birthday number 80. A very happy birthday to you today. And we head over to Stephanie Schmidt celebrating another year wiser. It says happy birthday from your office at Davis Real Estate. And in Opolis, Mavis Brenner celebrating a birthday today with happy birthday wishes coming from the Crestline girls. And last but certainly not least, we have Ella Buzzard in Columbus celebrating birthday number 77. A very happy birthday to all of you on our list, and of course those of you wishing to celebrate your special occasion with us. It's super easy. All you need to do is submit your birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays, and that's with the letter S at the end, at KOAMnewsnow.com. And make sure that you, of course, meet the deadline, which we do have available conveniently. And I just talked about it with Elise yesterday and said that she didn't have it memorized. And honestly, I don't have it memorized either, but we do have specific deadlines Monday through Thursday. I think it's by 3 p.m. and it's by 1 p.m. on Friday. And of course, that'll be for the next week. You just want to make sure you meet that deadline to get your birthday or anniversary in there as quickly as possible. We also have some scattered showers. Hi. This is what it really looks like. That is exactly it. It's very green. And I have no idea how I've ever managed to sort that one out. It's all right, though. Don't worry. We're going to tell you about your weather. So I want you to imagine with me, if you will, the Skywatch Storm Tracker. And upon it, we see some scattered showers and some thunderstorms. And they are focused right now into primarily northeastern Oklahoma. Hello again. How are y'all? So, on the Skywatch Storm Tracker, if you were to see it, showers, some heavier rain, parts of Bartlesville or south of Bartlesville. We've got them into Craig, Nowata counties. We also have some now over the Grand Lake area, and we've got them again, a very small shower on the very southern fringe border of, there it is, and it's right there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it even bigger this way. So here's a look at those showers and storms right now. Southwest of Grove to the northwest of Jay into Delaware County. So we have those ones there. And then stretching back along 60 toward Bonita, Big Cabin, Chelsea. Hey, and look, it got even bigger. It's the magic of television. Nowata, also some down there, stretching back outside of our area down toward Talala and Bushy Head. And then we've got this heavier shower near Bartlesville. And there was one more I wanted to take a quick moment to show you that's well off to our north and west. These are an if, and I really do want to emphasize that. They are pretty significant. If they can make it to our area, then we could get a few lingering showers and storms a little later into the morning hours for parts of southeastern Kansas, but that is if those can make it here. So here's the deal though, all of this is moving haphazardly, and I'm telling you, it really is. So we've got this activity rolling northeast along I-44. We have this activity in Oklahoma that's rolling east. Then we have these showers and storms well off to our northwest pushing southeast. So that's why if they can make it, they would just kind of clip southeast Kansas, parts of northeast Oklahoma if they hold together. Right now, the thinking is they will be done by about 9 o'clock this morning. Then between there and about noon, we'll have a mix of partly to mostly cloudy skies. And then by about noon, we'll start to see opportunities for new scattered showers and thunderstorms along and north of the Highway 54 corridor initially, and then we'll have opportunities for widely scattered, really shower and thunderstorm chances through about 9 o'clock this evening. And then that's going to be the last of our somewhat decent rain chances for at least a little while. As we head into our Wednesday, by the afternoon, we are looking at isolated pop-up showers or thunderstorms. A majority of us will be dry, and even today, a lot more of us are expected to be dry than what we had or what we saw yesterday across the area. Then we go into our Thursday. That's about it. Partly cloudy skies. Future track thinks in the afternoon, maybe briefly. See, look how short that is. Maybe a pop-up shower, rumble of thunder south of I-44, but those chances are pretty darn low. All right, so 7th range line. We're also looking at fog. I don't have the fog tracker right at my fingertips right now, but if you look, we do have some somewhat dense fog building in, so we'll try and get that up for you. Low 70s to start the day and near 80 by 11 o'clock this morning. We're going to have another look at your forecast, plus your wake-up recap in just a moment, and when we transition to Fox 14 at 7 a.m. or, of course, if you hang out with us here on KOAM Plus, we're going to hear how one Wisconsin scout overcame major challenges to reach scouting's highest honor. This is your wake-up recap for August 12th, your top stories to start your day. Authorities are investigating a serious 3-vehicle crash near Iola, Kansas from yesterday morning. Around 10:50 on Highway 169, a car crossed the center line, causing a head-on collision with another vehicle, which then struck a semi-truck's trailer. Both car drivers sustained serious injuries, with one airlifted for treatment. The semi-driver was unharmed. The city of Nevada is actively reviewing flood mitigation solutions for its animal shelter following a major flood on May 19th. The city has hired a hydrologist to investigate the causes and is scrutinizing the original building design and engineering. This proactive approach aims to prevent future incidents and ensure the safety of the animals. And that's a check of today's Wake Up Recap. And I promise you a quick look at the fog tracker because you can see it on our camera at 7th and Range Line. You see the eastern 9/10 of our region, some reduced visibilities, just under 2 miles in Iola. We're just over 3 in Independence. So if you are traveling this morning, be prepared for sudden changes in visibility just about anywhere here in the 4 states with some of that patchy fog, courtesy of all that rain we got yesterday. All right, today, below normal, mid-80s out there, some scattered thunderstorms returning from noon to 8. And we could get a few more this morning as well. Low 90s tomorrow, so seasonably hot. And we'll stay seasonably hot Thursday. Heat index values Thursday into the upper 90s. However, we have another little heat wave building into the weekend, going in the upper 90s, putting the possibility of heat index values close to 105 through the weekend. And then we'll come back down closer to or even slightly below normal as we roll through the next work week. And coming up today at noon, we are making irresistible caramel corn in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. The Buffalo Bills are featured in this season on Hard Knocks. Nate Burleson goes behind the scenes for a look at how the popular show is put together. Plus, Oscar and Emmy nominee Danielle Brooks live in the studio to talk about the new season of her superhero dramedy Peacemaker. Or, of course, you can switch over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. And this morning, Charlene Patton stopping by the studio to show Elise a new dill dip. Lots of exciting stuff coming up on the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Of course, that starts here in about 3 minutes on 14. Or, again, if you're on KOAM Plus, you don't have to do anything. Just stick right with us here while you stream. That's going to do it for now, though. We will be back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. And, of course, we'll see you again today at noon.